Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Wondering picked good evening or good morning to you because it's
Good day.
super. Yeah. Might as well be good afternoon. Crazy late. All right. I am going to jump in and get started. So, what I'm painting today, let's see. I have these little heavy weapons guys here with no arms. I'm going to paint their arms. So, I have their arms here. Painting wife is sitting behind me, trying to add commentary here.
Didn't realize they were dismembered. I'm sorry.
Yes, dismembered. Yep, they're Space Marines. They can do that. So yeah, we're gonna paint a bunch of las cans. I got 10 of them, and that's just the first weapon for these minis. So I have like 6 other weapons for them to eventually get to painting whenever. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I did bring an example las cannon here just so I have an idea of what needs painted. And yeah, get that in focus. So yeah, las cannon's also smaller. Can't be consistent with their units here. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna use steel. Still working on the Lord Cacophonous. Yeah. I'm excited. The Lord Cacophonous is looking good, and it's awesome. You got Magnus. Yeah, I've had these minis for maybe 18 months or something. So finally getting to where I can say I'm completing them is very nice. Scott
really?
Melville, what's up, man? What's going on? Thanks for the bits, dude. Hold on. Painting wife has a question, I'm assuming.
Hey, okay.
What's up?
You're almost done?
What are you talking about?
You said you feel like you're getting to a point where you're completing them.
Completing what?
1,000 Suns.
No.
No, never mind.
No.
Right, ignore me. Both of you.
I will never complete them. Just this squad. Because I couldn't figure out how to magnetize them. It was really difficult, so I cracked the code though. So I can move on. What's going on, Scott Melville? How you doing? These heavier weapons are slightly different. What I was looking at, Magnus is, large and intimidating. Yeah, that mini is huge. Yeah, I get it. What's up, Misfit? How you doing? Welcome in. These magnets are gonna get annoying. I could probably take these off the magnets at this point and just hold them. I bet I can do that. We'll do that as we go here. Something else I can do to speed this up, we can thin our paint a little bit. I normally don't thin my Pro-Acryl paints a whole lot, but the metallics and using metallics over a large area is definitely an exception. Come up with the VODs. Oh, nice, yeah. I did not stream quite as much last week. I ended up a little early. All 3 days, so wasn't a whole lot. But we were painting Kurz. Yeah, Kurz is about done. He is. So I have a coat of varnish on him, and And I just need to, I'm going to finish like assembling. I'm going to put everything together. And I'm going to put some matte varnish over some areas that need the matte varnish. We use the AK Ultra Matte Varnish. And then, what am I going to do? Oh, blood effects. Blood and then sand and weathering. I guess I'll do the sand first, maybe. Something to think about. Alright. Yeah, the order in which I'm doing things is getting pretty complicated, but yeah, it's very clean curves right now. Paint him. Colors turn out good. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'll definitely have some more, you know, completed images, and we'll do a little rotate video kind of thing, and we'll do all that. I saw on the Horus Heresy Discord, people will post up like pictures from the battles they've played and stuff, and someone put a picture with their Thousand Suns, and they had a Thunderhawk painted in Thousand Suns colors, and it was gorgeous. I was jealous. Painting wife won't let me buy a Thunderhawk, guys. Not fair.
Like the really big and
It's not
expensive
fair.
one.
It's one of the big and expensive minis, yeah.
You know, it's not that I'm not letting you. House crises. I'm not letting you.
Yeah, yeah. You saying we could buy that if we had the means? Okay, sweet. Everybody heard that, right? Wandering Pick, there is a way that you can replicate what I do with the red. You can actually buy Tamiya Clear Red in an aerosol can, in a rattle can. And that'll basically cover it. Hey Raja, what's up? That's true. I mean, Tamiya is a very like Europe-friendly company, so I'd say there's a good chance you can get a rattle can in Europe, but I don't know. Maybe Europe just has some extra laws or something. Too much on the brush. Local hobby store has them? Oh, nice. Okay. Well, sweet. Good to know. How's everybody's weekend been? You're getting an airbrush for Father's Day? Oh, sweet. That's cool. Do you know what kind you're getting, or just, I mean, you don't need anything crazy, especially if it's your first airbrush. I might be having a special guest join me on stream this week. Painting Son has been dying to for me to let him stream with me, so It's missing out of your Amazon wish list. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's one way to know if you're getting it for a gift. Nice. Cool. Yeah, hey, that Master's Kit is a great starter airbrush. Just be ready to replace that airbrush, because it's not an if, it's a when that thing breaks, because it is a dumpy airbrush. But the compressor and the, you know, the braided hose and everything that comes in there, it's all like good stuff. Don't have to be too precise with this silver yet. We're just making sure it doesn't, we don't mess up the red. We'll come back and do a second coat. As I proceed to mess up the red a bunch right there. Alright, next one. You guys are curious, let's see. We'll grab a random dude and a random set. And there we go. Look at that. Works out great. Freaking lift it up some and be aiming. I don't know if that one will sit up, but yeah, that's how all these heavy weapons should fit. And what I have, this is a combination. These are mostly 3D printed arms and some 3D printed shoulder pads, just because I don't have enough shoulder pads, just blank shoulder pads. But I asked Zendral to punch holes in the files, so he punched magnet holes into the arm sockets there, so I didn't have to drill into resin, which is a nightmare and would have never worked. And I couldn't get it right drilling into the plastic, so just with the way the arms fit and everything was too difficult. I might try, I might make a bigger effort with some of the weapons that are still on the sprues that I have, but yeah, having just printing the arm and just having it ready to go, you know, just popping a magnet in and knowing it's gonna work is huge. Ogrekin, what's going on, man? How you been? Sucky? Oh, that sucks. Oh, yeah. It seems like a lot of places are. I've known several people that have been laid off recently. It really sucks. Good luck. Hopefully you find something, you know, really soon. We find something. Yeah, definitely should find something soon. Hopefully. But yeah. batteries on the back, which is nice because we don't have to paint any kind of power cabling or anything, but have to paint those. Getting a Votan order. Oh, that's cool. All right, playing 40k again. Nice. One nice thing about mini games is you don't have money for new stuff. That's usually okay. You got stuff already, at least. Not like dice are like an attritional item or something that just runs out after so many uses. Found 3,000 points of Space Marine in a bits box. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey Zen, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, yeah. Upward trend. That's what you need. Printed doors and weapons. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Zen, Kurz is almost done. Feeling better to me sleeping with a thinner blanket. That's wild and weird. Alright. Sure though. Yeah, yeah. If it works, man. That's what you need. So Kurz is alright, Wandering Pig. You have a great evening. Great to see you. Or great morning, or whatever time it is. Oh yeah, just like overheating yourself. I have varnish on Kurz, and I started assembling him. I got his shoulder pads on. I was gonna get his cape on before stream, and I was just fiddling with it a little bit and couldn't get it. But after I get that stuff on, I need to do a little bit more with the varnishes. I want to put some matte varnish where it's appropriate, and get all the varnishing squared away. Then I'm gonna add some weathering pigment. And then it's going to be blood. So, fresh blood.
On there?
On where?
On your red.
No. That guy. His, cape of skin that he's wearing.
Gross.
And the corpses that are torn to shreds on his base, those are all going to be covered in blood.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm excited. He's looking really good. I put those shoulder pads on. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, once I get the right matte varnishes and everything, it's gonna look real solid. It's a Landred. Alright, sweet. Give me a minute, I'll take a look. Let's see. Okay. I type good. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, T-Slayer, what's going on? Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and you got the metal frag launchers on there and everything. That's great. And just 3D printed the rest of it. That's solid. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Overkin. How are you doing, T-Slayer? We got 4 of them. This is number 5. I'm gonna put a little bit more steel down. Wipe this home with cake. Be right back. All right, sure. Painting Son finished painting his, finally finished painting his first Space Marines after like 8 months. And he immediately wants more. So I did, I finally got the 3D printer hooked up and just finished printing him 10 Tactical Marines. We're going to try a different paint scheme on these 10. We're going to do some experimenting and practicing. He's really excited, so... Free minis, yeah. Well, these are prints for him, though. Like, these are 10 Tactical Marines for him. But it was essentially a test print for my hooking my printer back up, and it worked great. I re-leveled it, and I think that was for the best. I hadn't leveled my printer in months and months, so... I need to run that little test print again with the sword. Little sword and little mug. I'll grab Kurz. I'll grab Kurz in a second and show him to you. Hey, Spill Paint Pot, how you doing? Isidore, what's going on, man? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I'm doing a little bit of work on my Thousand Suns Heavy Weapons Squad. Okay, so Kurz with shoulder pads here. He needs, so he has satin varnish on here, and I need to put some matte varnish on various parts of him. I obviously have to glue his head and his cape. His cape is sitting right here. I need to glue this to see if my my little holder spot right here shows up. I don't think it will. It looks like it's gonna go right there. Oh yeah, that will. It definitely shows up. So I have to paint that down there. That'll be fine. I know the colors I'm using. Okay, that shoulder pad's not one to sit there, but Yeah, the big gray dot. Yep. Can only do so much. So yeah, we're gonna keep fits right in there. Yeah, and then the big base here with all of its, this is all matte varnished. And like I said, it's going to get a lot more blood and weathering pigments to kind of change up the sand color and stuff. So, the poor prospering Spire Guard. One's in a 6 side. Yep. He did that with something else. He's done those videos before. I saw he did one with the Terminators. I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but I saw it was up. This next one here. Slicer. Support is, oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, if you guys saw the Sunday preview, the new Kill Team set is coming. I was at pre-orders this coming Saturday. As well as new Horus Heresy minis before 3rd edition. The Rapier batteries are coming out, and the little Tarantula sentry guns, both of which I'm really excited about. Yes, Painting Wife did see the trailer for the Expanse game. Painting Wife, what'd you think about it?
Looks pretty interesting. I'm very curious to see what ends up happening.
Yeah. There you go. Looks interesting. She's curious to... Yeah, it made her want to reread the books. Let's, I think that's like the long and short of it. Yeah, it's much more like Mass Effect, not like XCOM. Yeah. Is what it seems. That's what it seems like to me. More of like a Mass Effect or like a KOTOR type game. I think auto support's way better than Cheetos. Oh, okay, interesting. Have you tried it? Have you been messing around with it or something, or what? The slicer. What's like the catch for their slicer? Is there a catch? $30K. Painted the $30K one weird. I'm sure he did. Okay. Only works to their products, but yeah, you can export it then. Interesting. I don't know, man. I printed these 10 Tactical Marines with spare weapons and shoulders and all kinds of stuff without a single hitch after re-leveling my printer. And I think I'm gonna stick to what I know at this point. If things are working, I'm not changing things up. Druchii Violet Wash? Okay, interesting. I can see that, yeah. I can see what he's doing with that, but I don't know. I think the Thousand Suns definitely need like an orange red, right? You don't want like that purplish red in the undertone as much, but that can look interesting. Back in a second, guys. Alright. Yeah, you don't want to accidentally look like a word bearer. Yeah, no one would want to do that. Next week's release, are you ordering? Sectorix. Okay, here's the deal. I have only made one actual purchase of minis for myself this year so far. I've printed minis for myself. But there was one time, it was my birthday. I went out. I kind of like it. Painting Wife is like, here, you buy a mini for your birthday, and my parents sent me a check with money in it, because that's what we want, no matter how old we are, we just want a check with cash. And I was like, okay, I'm going to use this, and I bought some tanks. That's what I did. The only minis I bought for myself this year. Painting Wife said I could buy a box of minis for myself for Father's Day, which is coming up. And then today they show the preview with the new stuff coming, and I think my mini purchase might be a pre-order for stuff. So I think that's what it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna pre-order the Rapier laser destroyers, and that's I think that's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna sit on with that one set, because Saturnine will probably be coming, the Sunday preview, in 2 or 3 weeks, I think, is what's supposed to happen, if the one dude is correct, who I can't verify or say anything if he's correct or not. But so I'll live with just painting, the two Rapier batteries, and that'll be that. How about you, Sectorix? How much are you gonna get out of that? I want tarantulas. I'll get tarantulas eventually, and I hope they're like at least mildly useful. I don't care if they're great or good or anything. I just want them to not be like complete worthless garbage, like they kind of are in the current edition. Not that I wouldn't buy them for this edition anyway. Like, I hope they don't get worse, I guess is what I'm saying. There is no confirmed cost on the set. On the starter set. I think it would be safe to say it's the same cost as the Age of Darkness box was. But I wouldn't call anyone crazy for saying that it goes up to $350 or something US. What time when they come out? I'll buy any Blood Angels it's ever made, but yeah. Okay. Hey, Crucial Blue, thank you so much for the sub, man. Almost 2 straight years, dude. That's crazy. Thank you so much, dude. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, I want to buy all the things, right? I want to have I feel like is it Veruca Salt? Is that the girl's name from Willy Wonka? I want it all.
I want it.
Yeah, but I want it. Yeah. I also would like a goose that lays a golden egg. That'd be cool too. It would definitely help me get everything else that I want. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just trying to rein it in a bit. It makes me want things more. But I have a printer, and if I'm desperate for painting something, I'll print it. But I haven't been in need of like minis to paint either, so it's been fine. It's been perfectly manageable. My emotions are okay. All right, that's 7 done. Still upright. All right, Blue. I get it, man. I get it. It's been a wild month. May was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious month for us, so rather not deal with that again. May was also our 15th wedding anniversary and our 20th anniversary of like knowing each other and dating and everything.
Which is not why May sucked.
No, definitely not why May sucked. No. It happened. By the time we got to our anniversary at the end of the month, it was we were just like, get this over with. like
just go away.
Yeah. Yeah, Painting Wife is gaming, sitting right behind me. What's she playing? She's playing Here's Might and Magic 3 right now.
Yeah, I got tired of Fortnite. It's fine.
She was playing Fortnite, but she switched. Because it's summer and she can stay up super late at the hour of 9:38 p.m.
Okay.
game. You had to get up a little earlier,
Yeah,
right? Yep.
Painting Sun has swimming lessons, so.
Yeah, super late is 10 p.m. Yeah. She stayed up until like 10:30 last night.
It was past 11.
Was it past 11?
It
Oh
really
my god.
was.
Yeah. Party animal here. Yeah, Painting Sun has swim lessons tomorrow, so bright and early. Blue, what have you been painting? Any Warhammer minis or anything you've been working on, or are you just kind of or you haven't been painting much, right? Because like your wrist or something is messed up, or you've been working a little bit. You had the Mistletoe. That's adorable. That I'm going to enter to win. I've been saving my points for something like this, so.
Did you say mistletoe?
Mistletoe. It's a toad with a missile strapped to its back. Mistletoe, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Isn't it great?
I still feel like I need more information.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's see if I can find an image here. Do you have pictures of it? Blue, where's your Mistletoe? Yes, here it is.
Oh, it's adorable.
Isn't it?
I want it.
All right. I'm going to enter that giveaway like 15 times.
That is adorable.
I've saved up 40,000 channel points for just this thing. So what does that give me? Does that give me 10 entries? Or how many entries? It's like 11 or... Yeah, everybody's down and out right now. Yeah, it seems like it. Alright. I'm going to try to be there tomorrow. Just, your writing stick ready. 3K per entry. Alright, sweet. I'll have at least 10 entries coming at you. And paint kept me away from painting? Yeah. I saw you painting that, was that last week? I was kind of lurking in, you were painting that mini. And, I didn't hear anything mentioned when I was listening in about it being the giveaway mini, and then I think the other night you were gaming, but you mentioned that's the giveaway mini. I was like, sweet. I was like, I'll enter it. I'll enter it then. Physical therapy Thursday. Gotcha. Well, hopefully they figure something out, because it's crazy. Painted with all the P3 line. Okay, sweet. Sweet. You liking those paints? Are they just kind of something different, or anything you notice that's like markedly better? Paint, I can't. Yeah, that's how it works, dude. That's how it works. Needs PT when you got P3, exactly. That's right. Yeah, paint through the pain. That's your physical therapy. Need like an epic montage. The new Pro Acrylic. You're talking about like their the AMP paints. I've been liking their colors so far. I think they have a good line of colors. I haven't noticed a lot of difference in the consistency. They talk about how there's like a difference, but if someone's experienced differences, if they would enlighten me, because to me they're just the same paints with crappier labeling on them and dumb marketing. All the artist acrylics. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with the artist acrylics right now. Not opaque enough? That sounds weird for Pro Acryl, and they dry too fast. Gosu, what's going on, man? How you doing? Dude, it's not his health. Alright, 2 more of these. This silver, and then we'll move on to the next color. There's not a lot of colors on this. They'll take a little bit of time, but be the highlighting that gets annoying, because there's a lot of white on here, and the white will need highlighted. Listing of the transparency. I got a few of them found to be pretty good for artist acrylics. Okay, interesting. Okay, huh. They're single pigment. Okay, that's the thing about them, is they're single pigment then. Interesting. Yeah, those seem like they're made for a much different user than myself, honestly. Oh, not all of them are single pigment. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so Painting Son will be, he's going to join me this week, and he's going to be painting some salamanders. We are going to experiment with some color schemes. And I hope we were able to get to the point where we can experiment, but Hobby ADHD was gracious enough to share his technique on how he painted salamanders. I loved, like, the second I saw them, I loved those salamanders. And yeah, so we're gonna try it. His technique is really simple. Well, it's relatively simple. There might be a way I can make it a little easier for the Painting Son's purposes, but the kid wants to paint salamanders. He wants a heresy army and painting salamanders, so that's what we're gonna try to do. Yeah, the rapier batteries. Yeah, we were talking about those a few minutes ago. The rapier batteries and the tarantulas are up for pre-order on Saturday. Last one, the silver. 20 extra bodies. I have never used Tortuga Bay minis, so I'm not. Oh, your minis are the Tortuga Bay minis. Oh, okay. I mean, if you guys are willing to send minis to the Painting Son, I'm sure he would take them. No guarantee on when they'd be painted, but they're all from Tortuga. Okay, nice. Yeah, those are appropriately salamanders too, so they work just fine. I had some really good STLs for Mark IV armor, so I printed a tactical squad for him and got some unique salamander shoulder pads. And then I'm going to print I already printed a unique, I said unique shoulder pads. Oh, and it came with, I printed like, I don't know, 20 something bolters to try to like, I realized the hands and the bolters go with specific ones and I didn't separate them out, so I just printed a ton of bolters and arms. So we're going to make those fit, and then his sergeant is going to look really cool. His sergeant has a power fist. So we went to buy a specific paint that was part of this color scheme the other day at my local store, and we go in, and we found the paint, they had it, great, we go to check out, and the girl at the cash register asked my son, she said, "Are you gonna help Dad paint?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Actually, this paint's for me." She was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "What you gonna paint?" He's like, "I'm gonna paint my Horus Heresy army." She's just like, "Okay." It's fitting right in with the store crew, so yeah. My son does love to actually people, so he got his chance and he took it. He painted some of the salamanders he finished painting looked really good. Definitely among his better minis. And I think I figured out a couple of his struggles when it comes to painting. One is just patience. He's got no patience to sit down and paint for an extended period of time. Like finish a color on a bunch of minis, or um, spend more than like 15 minutes worth of time on a miniature to finish it, to say it's done. And he really hates having to like leave the desk and not have a finished mini. So that's something to work on. But another thing is just like how he braces his elbows.
It's cold.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Now that's what I call high quality A2O.
I was watching him paint. He doesn't brace his elbows, and when he started bracing his elbows, he was painting way better. He had a lot more control. So he just needs like a spot to sit himself. Alright. So, we finished the silver. I think we can go through. Let's get a couple quicker colors here. We'll put our steel back. Get out light bronze. Or you know what, better yet, I probably should do. Let's do a second coat on this real quick. We'll do a thin coat. A lot of this silver. We don't want that red coming through. Playing defense grid, just been listening. Okay, cool. The Rapier crews are a modified Mark IV. Yeah, they're almost like Tech Marines. And I don't know if you caught this. People caught this from their preview. In the campaign journal, the Istvan campaign journal, there is there's a unit they add in that journal for the campaign, and they tell you in the unit description to use the Rapier Battery crew to resemble the unit, and it's like some kind of like command unit or whatever, and which I think is awesome. First of all, that they're like, hey, use this unit, but man, I hope that like sticks in the game too, like being able to do stuff like that. But yeah, I saw those crew and I was like, man, they have like little servo arms and servo skulls and like all these cool like mechanicum looking bits. Like these guys are gonna make great Tech Marines. So for 2.0 would be great, because you know you can just run like 5 or 6 Tech Marines and put them in squads. I don't know how that's going to be in 3.0. I hope there's something similar to that. But we'll see. I hope Tech Marines are a little more focused on the tech side and not the making Marines shoot better, so you stick them in every heavy weapon squad kind of role that they were in. Not that people in my group actually did that, because I play with cool people, but Yeah, excited to paint those up though. I'm gonna have to find a way to magnetize them. That'll be like first priority because I want to be able to use both those guns. And I think my big concern with them, which I don't know if they mentioned one way or another, but if there's enough to equip both weapons with both guns. Because I could see it being going either way, because GW. Oh, quad launchers with Phosphex, yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Oh, I gotta tell you guys, we were playing as a family Warhammer 40k Risk this evening. And I have been proud of my entire family for, I guess, playing in a very thematic way without even knowing it. So, Painting Sun is playing the orcs. It's just Risk. The map is different and there's like a different way to win. And the big difference is you have commanders. So it's like you have Abaddon, the Despoiler, and just a nameless Autarch or a nameless war boss or whatever, the orcs. And my son was playing orcs, wife is playing Eldar, and I'm playing Chaos Space Marines. And my son wanted to play Space Marines, and I told him he had to pick someone different because he picks them every time we play. So he picks orcs. And when you have your commander in a territory and it's doing the thing, whatever, whether you're attacking or defending, you get a particular bonus. And all the commanders have different bonuses, which is pretty cool. So each faction plays a little differently with how you kind of want to make your strategy, and it's a slight difference, but the bonus for the orcs is when you're attacking and your commander is present, all of your attacking dice get +1 to hit, or +1. They're all +1. So in Risk you compare your dice with your opponent. When all of your dice are 1 higher than what they should be, it's ridiculous. It is insane how strong that is. So what does the Painting Sun do? He makes a death blob and he just runs around the board, just conquering everything. But not taking whole regions or like provinces by himself, or continents, whatever you want to call it. I think they call them regions in this game. He'll just take 1 or 2 in a region, but he's just looking for things. Yeah, he's literally like his first WA. Yeah, he's doing a full WA, and yeah, it's hilarious. And he's like yelling and like hooting and hollering the whole time he's doing it. It's ridiculous. The Painting Wife, on the other hand, who is now furious, is apparently gets really salty, guys, when we play games. But okay. We gotta preface this. We are playing Warhammer Risk. I don't think there is a game in our cabinet that the Painting Wife is less interested in playing than Warhammer Risk. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. The last time we played, she deliberately picked the faction we said had the worst bonus and then tried to lose as fast as possible. Yep. And it worked. She died, which I think I won that game in 3 turns too, because I just completed objectives and that's all you have to do. So we played this time. She plays the same faction, which is the Eldar. Their faction bonus is the dumbest thing. It is the worst leader bonus by far. Like, I don't know why they even put that in the game, but I have a lot of questions for that Risk. So she's, okay, I'm playing this. I don't want to hear what the other bonuses are. I'm going to play this faction. Okay. We start playing, and my son goes on his WA and starts conquering everything. Well, she was close to getting an objective complete because she conquered 2 full territories, and she's like, there's no way anyone's taking this. I think she actually said out loud, it's impossible for you to take this from me.
I did not say that out loud, but guess what? The painting son would not have figured it out unless you pointed it out.
I didn't point that out.
You absolutely did.
No, because I pointed out, he's like, that's what I'm doing. He had already planned on it because he found that little bridge across the board. Yeah. So Painting Son just runs roughshod through all of our, like, every continent on the board with his one army led by his war boss, and Painting Wife is furious. She's so mad. Yeah,
I'm not. You make it sound like I'm like.
No, she about flipped the board. You should have seen this. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She was throwing a foosball bait table at me earlier today. That's a whole different story.
Now I'm mad. You're misconceptualizing me here.
It's a heavy. No, it is not a heavy. It's not a heavy foosball table. It's a little tabletop, like, cheapo version. No. And we were playing, you know, and we get pretty competitive with foosball. And when you, like, push or pull the little, like, I don't know, the handles too hard, the whole table just moves, just like slides on the table. So I'm like trying to like hit a ball, and she's just like ramming the things and like, yeah, moving everything on the board.
I'm super violent, and I'm really not.
She is.
No.
just being super violent. But no, she was trying to be super crafty, and then got really upset when Painting Son ruined all of her plans. Very Eldar of her.
I was upset that he ruined my plans, though.
So, and I was playing very chaos by, you know, having my scheme, trying to conquer things to do my scheme in the background, and the orcs just coming through and wrecking me. So, what was happening? Yeah. This is why we like cooperative games together as a family. Second coat of silver is what we're doing right now. Make sure we have a nice solid color. We're not seeing red coming through. Alright, Go, so you have a good one, man. Stopping by, dude. I was just surprised that Painting Wife was getting into the game like she was. Is that fair? Is that fair to be surprised about that?
Yeah, I was actually trying.
Yeah, no, it was great. I'm just saying I was surprised.
Actually getting competitive too.
He's being a tyrant, the kid. His OP orc war boss.
Not gonna lie, it was pretty fun.
Was it pretty fun? Dang. Alright, Painting Wife likes Warhammer, guys. Pack it up. We're gonna collect an army. She's gonna be painting with me on stream. You guys heard it here. And these 3D printed arms are great. I can't even tell which ones are plastic and which are 3D printed. Close look, I could probably figure it out, but those might be 3D printed. Yeah, that one is. Okay, if I look close enough, I can figure it out, but still. Solid. Okay, we got the silver. Let's get this light bronze. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. Yeah, the magnet holes that you added, yep. So the ones. I added magnets to a ton of different arms because I printed a whole plate of like 50 of them. And so I got them prepped for the next phase when I want to get the next few weapons all together. Hey, Heretic Scott, how are you doing? It represents our partners. Yeah. Yeah, if you look on the league document, or the third like round or whatever, third phase, whatever you call it, the hobby goal was to like make a squad or a unit that fits in with your partner's army, like that thematically like ties your armies together is I guess how I read it. I don't remember if it was worded exactly like that, but you know what I want. Okay, I mean I will tell you that I do have STLs for corpses for my my militia. That is something you're interested in. Pretty good. Super busy building a studio. Oh, cool. All right. That's crazy. Nice looking medals. Thank you. Thank you. I'm working through them. Mark II Inductii that are from my core. Interesting. Like you stole like militia or whatever, and you just inducted them into the Night Lords. That's pretty great. Yeah, you're like, we need them. You want to do Mark II? Are you planning on doing that with Saturnine box? Because I think if that's your thought, I think that the next round of games will be done before that set comes out. Unfortunately. Okay. With that, yeah, I think the idea is to play with that unit, but yeah, I guess you don't have to. So if you just want like 5 of them, getting these colors going. So when I was making these, I forgot to make an appropriate, like, sergeant looking las cannon, which would be just one of these in one hand, and then I have an augury scanner arm that I plan on using with all of these. It's like, you know, he's holding his weapon, then he has the augury scanner thing. But since I forgot to do that, I gotta figure out something else to do. Yeah, we can do that, Zen. We can definitely do that. Because it's 1,500 for each of us, which I can get pretty easily. I found I have like 4,000 points of painted militia. I'm doing just fine with those. Yeah, I have to make a Night Lords themed unit then. Oh, 3,000 points. Yeah, that's awesome. Difference between an augur and a Auspex? I don't know. I know there's an augury scanner, right? Like an augur, isn't that like a digger? Some kind of digging machine? Yeah, you just need those 2 more things. That's crazy. I might be able to get your Zendro, or your Xiphon this week. Or would you rather have, you had MCP mini, like Ultron or something? Would you rather have that first? I can't think of Ultron. Okay. Scratch or anything. It's an old stable, tenders, quarters. Dream of hobby workspace. Oh, okay. Okay. Dang. That's cool. That's exciting, though. Ultron, alright. We started watching Captain America Civil War with the Painting Sun, and immediately I think he's on Captain America's side. I don't think he needs to think about it too much. Missing hobby at the moment? Yeah. That's what happens, Heretic Scott. Like, right? You get burnt out, but it's like the moment you can't do it, you're like, man, that's all I want to do. Yeah, they're like in the movie in Captain America and Civil War, and they bring up the Sokovia Accords, and they talk about like, well, we need it, and they need the decision immediately. The Painting Sun's like, well, what if a supervillain comes? You know, like that's why you have them here. And it's like, yeah, well. He's gonna have to be pretty upset at Iron Man soon. Good rhythm. Yeah. Dang. Yeah. Well, hopefully there's good motivation to start up again then. Tell him to quit making sense. Yeah. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Night Trap, good evening. Chilling on YouTube, how you doing? Auger array is high powered. Oh yeah, the auger array. Okay, yeah. The array is yeah. That makes sense. Yo, Raptor, what's going on? This is not a commission. No, these are for my own. I'll show you guys. So here is a Thousand Sun I have, and then here are the arms that go on him. So magnetized. So we're just working on. This is the first heavy weapons I've painted for these. I have almost all of them. But I'm just working on the first ones I have magnetized. The las cannons are plastic sets. All of the infantry-based heavy weapons, or just about all of them, they have in plastic kits, and they have 2 or 3 heavy weapons per kit. That's what they did. If you buy the special weapons like the plasma guns and flamers and melta guns, those are they have I think 6 different weapons in one kit. Yeah, Heretic Scott. I have about 10,000 points of painted Thousand Suns in the metallic red. Yeah. The guns are chunky. Yeah, they are. Catching up. Mostly good news from your work. Okay, good. Good. It's good. I have not seen the trailer for the new Resident Evil game. No, I'm not like a big Resident Evil fan, like for like the games and stuff. Sadly, I like the movies because they're awful but entertaining. I haven't watched a Resident Evil movie in a long time though. You know what? Here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm not going to start the white this evening. It's going to take me forever to do that. A game called Ill that looks super good and gross. Okay, interesting. I saw, let's see, I watched, there are a lot of trailers, weren't they? I watched Jurassic World Evolution 3. Which me and the Painting Son's like, I will pay whatever money I need to buy that. He's like, I'll pay $300 to buy that. I told him that if he pays $300 for any video game, that, what did I say? I can't remember what
He's not allowed. You just said he's just not going to.
Okay, I said if he ever did that, I think I told him he's grounded and something. Yeah. Don't give these companies any ideas. So yeah, acquired Chaos Legionnaires. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Brush my paint set, guide me. That's awesome, Night Trap. Yeah, the Expanse game looks really interesting. It's the Expanse. That's cool.
How did I get to 10:20 already?
It's 10:20 already. Yeah, because you've been playing a turn-based strategy game. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
She's been playing one more turn for the past hour now.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just do one more week in Heroes, and yeah.
Oh my gosh. I need to be dead.
That's great.
Sorry, I was like, it's probably almost 10.
What?
Oh,
No.
no. Love summer.
Yeah, summer's great. Happy with the baby dinos Jurassic World. Yeah, the baby dinos, the petting zoo looks cool. You can make a petting zoo in Jurassic World. I don't know, but Painting Son's been playing a lot of the first game on his Switch. He got it on Switch and we've been playing it, and he has been loving that. He'll just whistle the Jurassic Park theme song constantly. I never got the second one. What happened to Jurassic Park Survival? That sounds pretty crazy. For studs. New Jurassic, the new Jurassic World movie, yeah. No, we didn't get a Switch 2. I don't think my son knows a Switch 2 is a thing, so... No, he got his Switch a couple years ago, and that's good enough for a very long time. 1 and 2 are unique changes that make them both quite worth playing. That's good to know. I'm glad I found someone that plays that game. I got the game for free on Epic Games years ago, the first one. And I really enjoyed it. But I like, the park management games. I think are fun, and it was cool that it wasn't like a knockoff. So it actually, it's just like the game itself has the legitimate soundtracks, and like the dinosaurs look like straight out of the movies and stuff, which was really cool. It's a Jurassic Park survival game. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I thought the second one came out really quick after the first one, and never got the second one. But then, my son just started playing this game. Got it with some Christmas or birthday money on his Switch. He is evil, but, where Jurassic Park happens to be another one of my obsessions. Nice. Yeah. So the Jurassic World movie coming out, is it called Extinction, I think? It takes place after the last Jurassic. So we've watched all these Jurassic World movies recently, so I got all these movies fresh in my head. And it's basically the dinosaurs, a lot of dinosaurs basically got loose all over the earth, because greedy billionaires is the moral of all the Jurassic movies. But Extinction is it's like 5 years later, and they're all dying off basically. It's not a proper environment for them, so they're all starting to die off, I think is what that movie's about, which sounds interesting, honestly. The last Jurassic World movie was really bad, I thought, with the locust. And their Steve Jobs knockoff dude. Jurassic Park game. I had a Jurassic Park game for PlayStation 1. I think it was the first PlayStation that I had that. It was almost like a side-scroller game. And you would play as the dinosaurs. So you played as different dinosaurs, and you basically just had to get to the end of the level and survive. But yeah, I remember you played as the little compies, whatever those are called. You'd play as one of those, and you'd eat bugs and stuff. And there's a level where you played as a velociraptor. Park 3 before the first Jurassic World. I thought they said it takes place 5 years after the last movie or something. Maybe I misread it, but they talk about it on their website because I was curious. Jurassic World Rebirth, that's what it's called, okay. Still on Extinction. Yeah, I'm just getting things mixed up, apparently. I'm old and tired. So is it basically going to be like how they founded Jurassic World as a park? And it was Scarlett Johansson that did it. It's a core memory. Yeah, it's a core memory of mine. I was 5 when that movie came out. I watched it in a drive-in movie theater. And I think that movie was supposed to terrify me, but it absolutely did not. Been a while since I painted all these shoulder studs. Popped out the cabling. Yeah, yep. And the yeah, Dominion was the last one, right? And it was like, it was such a weird like nostalgia bait for like everything it does in that movie. And it's just like, look, we have all the original cast. And of course, the lady got divorced, and now she's gonna hook up with the guy that everybody thought she was already hooking up with. And you know, Jeff Goldblum was just there for his paycheck, like he's been for the entire trilogy. But yeah, it's weird. It's like, oh, look, all the old characters meet the new ones or whatever. Oh. Mixtape? Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Yeah, Dominion felt less like a movie and more like a yeah, just getting adults who watched the movie as kids to be like, yeah, I know those people. That's awesome. And like, that's the whole purpose of the movie. No, don't bother. At the end of the day, all those movies are the same story. Like, rich guy gets too greedy, rich guy gets killed by dinosaurs in the end. Boom. You just watched 6 Jurassic Park movies in 10 seconds. Yeah, I agree with you there, Night Trap, about how Rebirth is focusing on, on new casts, so that seems better. gold studs take time, but alright. Guys, I think the plan this week for myself is to be assembling the next Primarch. And this Primarch is another commission, but it's going to be Perturabo. We'll assemble him and we'll try to paint him next swing. Yeah, from one on to the next, yeah. Hopefully I can get a little more consistent schedule. Maybe it was just Kurz that was cursing me. Seen Alien? I haven't seen Romulus. No. And I know there's the new show coming to Alien Earth, and I haven't even watched the dang trailer for that either. Last one. Romulus is good. Okay. Takes place after Prometheus but before Alien. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I look forward to watching it. Yeah, the Kill Team box. I mean, I'm going to be getting some Heresy minis, but Kill Team's alright. It seems like a lot of people got... It's like a little bit for every game. Almost. I mean, every game that matters, right? Right. Yeah, weird pre-order week. It seemed like a... Not like a throwaway, but like a leftovers kind of pre-order week. You just did a little bit of everything. Not a fan of Prometheus. I liked... Wait, which one was... Prometheus was like the prequel movie, right? With like the engineers and stuff. It's a pretty crazy movie. It was alright. I think we watched that in theaters. Yeah. Yeah. The dude drank the Mountain Dew on top of the waterfall and then died. Oh man. Yeah, they were trying to colonize a planet, right? Prometheus, and they landed on that planet. They were like diverted. Okay. My biggest issue with Prometheus was the ship's like, it's got breathable air, and they all just walk around with a hat on. Like, there is native plant life and animal life on this planet, and you're just walking around and like sticking your face in everything, like there isn't like potential viruses that you're gonna pick up and that's just gonna like kill you, you know, or be something horrible. And that killed that. Oh, that made me so mad. That also, just thinking about that, makes me really want to watch Scavenger's Reign. If you guys haven't watched Scavenger's Reign, I think Netflix still has it. Incredible. It's only one season. It's like 12 episodes. I was blown away. I watched that show twice in a row because that show was so good. It's an animated show. Red Planet. Last night on YouTube for free. Val Kilmer and Trinity from Matrix. Okay. I'll have to check that out on YouTube for free. Gotcha. Yeah, Alien Covenant wasn't great. I think the thing about Alien movies is Carrie-Anne Moss. That's who she is. Yeah. She's in Star Wars now. She died in 5 minutes. My thing about Alien movies, I love Alien movies. My big issue is they're always the same thing. It's always like people show up unsuspecting somewhere and, oh no, look, there's an egg thing, let me touch it. The little bug creature comes out and puts the alien inside of them. They wake up, they come back to the ship or wherever. It explodes out of their chest and everybody freaks out. It gets loose. It's always the same thing, and like they figure out how to kill it by the end, but then it's the end of the movie, and then the next movie it's the same thing. And it's continually like, I wish they had more to offer. Like, I know there's like lore that goes with it, and they're like building certain, like stories and stuff, but I wish there was more to it, which is something I really appreciate about the Alien vs. Predator movies. So you had like AVP, which those movies people tend to think were pretty bad. I like those movies a lot. The first AVP was like a PG-13 Alien and Predator movie, which is weird, but the last like 15 minutes of that movie, amazing. It's like what you want in an AVP movie. And then Requiem came out, and it's like an immediate sequel, and it's awesome. There's like the experienced hunter comes to the planet to quell the whole thing, and it's great. Just watching a predator that knows what it's doing going after a literal swarm of aliens, and it's awesome. So yeah. So I liked those movies. I like the second one better, but it's always seemingly the same thing with Alien movies. Alright. Last base color I'm putting on this guy is just white. Actually, I could do... I really need to put any black on these. No. The new animated movies are really good. Really? It is hard. Yeah, AVP2 is all dark. Yeah, it's true. That I saw the trailer for that. I was so let down. Like, oh, a new Predator movie, and then it's just like animated, and I was like, okay. I mean, I'll watch it sometime, but I'm not gonna be excited about it. Yeah, a lot of these parts that are red on the gun, those will end up being white. And as an example of a more finished las cannon, it'll be close to this as a finished result. I loved Prey. Prey was amazing. Yeah. One of the best Predator movies to come out. I think the Predator movies in general are way better than the Alien movies, though. Yeah, there is going to be a new live-action one. Yep. When does that take place? I can't remember what the story of that one was. That one has like, the thing has like, he has like a T-Rex skull and all this crazy stuff in his like trophy rack, right? He's got like the wildest things. He's got an alien from Oh, it is like a cyberpunk thing, isn't it? Yeah. Because one of the aliens he has is from Independence Day. One of the skulls he has on his like trophy rack in his ship is from the Independence Day aliens. He's got like a T-Rex skull and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. Tuvon, what's going on, man? Yeah, he does. There's people like that trailer came out and people had videos out just pointing out like what every skull was on the wall. Ugh. Yeah, they gotta put an ET skull somewhere. That'd be funny. ET goes to, his ship takes him home and he just gets hunted down. First game, new 40k deck with my death card. Oh, how'd it go, Tuvon? I didn't realize those are out. Or they just leaked and people playing with them. Man, you guys think I could find Space Wolf characters out of the set? What came in that Space Wolf set? I was thinking of painting a Space Wolf for a giveaway mini. I feel like that would be pretty fun or funny. Yeah, it's the let's see what's it called. What's the mini I want? The Wolf Priest. Okay, yeah, not terrible. Not terrible online. I think it's more pricey because it's, it's not actually released on its own yet. I think we might do that for a giveaway. Some Wolfie boys. 64 to 39. Terraform at 1,200 points. 1250 per side. Okay. Challenger cards are interesting. That's cool. That's cool. I read a little bit about them. I didn't read a whole lot into them. I haven't played 40k since like last summer. Like actual 40k. I play with like my brother and my nephew. But we literally play on their kitchen table. And I think they're still using Leviathan objectives. Because that's what came in the Leviathan box that they got or whatever. So... now that we're running the faction. Oh, so they're really... I didn't realize Death Guard were the tyrants. That's crazy. Oh man, guys. I think it's time for me to call it for the night. I do plan on being on Tuesday. So, Tuesday, be painting, or won't be painting, but I think I'm going to be assembling Perturabo. So I think that's going to be the plan. I'm going to try to get them all cleaned up tomorrow and ready for assembly. Make sure I got all my parts and everything soaped and scrubbed and everything, so we'll be ready. Then I'm going to try to finish Curse tomorrow as well, so we'll be doing that. But yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. Thank you, especially to Patreon members, guys. I appreciate you guys, going the extra mile to help support me. We will be doing a hangout on Wednesday, so we'll do it normal time. We'll be chilling, painting and doing all that thing. Trying to get back into a regular routine again. And yeah, we'll be doing giveaway minis soon. I'll see what I can scrounge up for fun to paint in a day and give away to people. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for hanging out. Great to see you all, and I will see you all on Tuesday.